them how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just a flex.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. 10.
They are not ready for
bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very 1st NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7. Seahawks.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The Seahawk ball
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Carson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. Play action. Now Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Haskins. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings
on second down now. It's Taylor, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Seahawk ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Swain. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Seahawks first down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, it's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Reuben Foster. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Colts.
Now it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
4-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run here with Taylor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Yard attempt.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
6-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And 2.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Haskins' pass intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball.
And got his man, complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Seattle.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 20. And he will score. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the night. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
17.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 26-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
23.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw, Haskins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
That's the end of
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 50-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. They go play action with Wilson. That one to Swain, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7.
First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got to completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to... And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play. It's now 4th down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need... He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 75 yards. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They run again with Carson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
First down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, Carson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Throwing now is Haskins. Campbell making the catch. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here we go with Haskins. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
For Indianapolis.
Block at the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
26.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I